Good morning, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me okay. It is a little bit loud in here. You can ask me to speak up if you need to. Welcome. If somebody had told me, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago that I would be standing on a stage at the AWS conference talking about one of the largest market opportunities that I've seen in my 14, 15 years at Oracle, I would have thought you were crazy. But here we are, and it's a tremendous. My name is Doug Palmer. I am Group Vice President for Oracle's Data Platform Sales Organization, servicing the largest healthcare and life sciences companies in the US. And by healthcare, we mean the largest providers, payers, pharma life sciences, and med distribution companies. And by data platform, we mean our on-prem, our cloud, hardware environment, and our license business in the US. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about healthcare today, but I'm also going to focus really specifically on the partnership that is Oracle and AWS that probably a lot of folks did not see coming quite a few years ago, and how it's unlocked a huge opportunity for our customers to capitalize on the massive data estate that lives and breathes in Oracle databases all over the world today. But I do want to start with the common problem that we see in almost every sector within the healthcare space. Over the last 5 decades, whether it's from mainframe to the client server, internet, mobility, big data, all the way into cloud and AI, while the technology has modernized, we have created massive amounts of data and application silos across the organizations. Now, I see this in the largest healthcare providers in the US, with thousands of applications, introducing tremendous cost and overhead in a sector that today is challenged with margin challenges, cost optimization, and resource constraints across the board. Now, this same 50 years of computing paradigm has led to this application and data sprawl, has also inhibited us from capitalizing on the market momentum of AI. AI models require data, and they require good data. And this application challenge has caused a ton of sprawl, a ton of data movement, and also introduced significant security risks, governance challenges, regardless of the sector you're in, whether it's the largest pharmaceutical organizations, payers, or life sciences. Now, the data opportunity in healthcare, for examples, is tremendous. In the top left, it is to gain visibility across all data for understanding things like population health, improving patient outcomes, improving physicians' life experience. If you look to the right, more data sources equal better decision-making and value. That is true, but it's also presented a massive challenge. If I look at the vertical integration of the provider space from the primary care to the specialists to the acute and the ambulatory, it's a challenge to understand a patient journey when there's data and silos across everywhere. But the opportunity to focus on patient centricity and to provide a better patient experience and a better continuum of care is an opportunity that we are working on, and data is at the center of all of that. If we look at connecting the data value chain and automating decisions, interoperability is one of the most important things for us in the healthcare space, whether we're talking about the providers, whether we're looking at the payers, or the policymakers, to help focus on improving prior authorization, claims adjudication, real-time claims adjudication, and the data is at the heart of it all. And then on the left, unifying data structures for lowering risk operations. We see this in the provider space tremendously, of trying to understand cost and containment, physician cost, supply chain costs, and again, data not being capitalized on the best today, given the sprawl across the board. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about what is this database at AWS offering that Oracle has brought to the market. And I'm going to look at it from the lens of really 4 or 5 common scenarios that we've seen as we've deployed this in production for many customers already today. The first is modernizing from IaaS to database services. Over the last 5 or 10 years, a lot of our customers have deployed Oracle database on native IaaS. Now, that was the right choice at the time because it was the only offering, and customers rely on Oracle database. However, now we're seeing an opportunity to leverage Oracle database at AWS native services to improve scalability, security, maintenance and operations, and reduce costs. And I'll talk about some examples in a little bit. The second one, and there's really two in this category, it's reuniting apps and database in the cloud. Many of my customers have massive Oracle environments sitting on-prem, yet they have chosen AWS as their hyperscaler of choice and made the decision to separate the app stack from the database and leave it on-prem. Now what that's introduced is latency challenges, customer not having a good experience, and so we're seeing a lot of our customers now capitalizing on their hyperscaler of choice, in this case AWS, and marry the database in the cloud with the application to improve performance for the end user experience. At the same time, I have loads of customers running very large Oracle workloads on-prem today. Claims and policy administration systems, custom applications, large data warehouses that rely on high availability, security, performance, and in many cases are running our incredible technology that is Exadata and our real application clusters to maintain the high availability needed. Now, we're unlocking that ability for our customers to migrate those applications and workloads directly into a database at AWS native service. It's tremendous. I can tell you I've had customers, very large payers across the US that have been asking for this capability for years, and here we are, 2025, having delivered it. The fourth is really building applications with Oracle in the hyperscaler dev stack. Again, with the Oracle database, our converged 26 AI database, native capabilities across vector, JSON, graph in a single database environment. You can now deploy that natively within AWS, directly from the AWS console, but capitalize on the advanced AWS services for doing things like AI, agentic systems, and whatever you needed. Obviously, that goes along with enabling enterprise AI. Today, we have a habit and a market of moving data to the AI. Oracle has a firm belief in doing the opposite, is bring AI to the data. So allowing our customers to deploy natively within AWS and bring the large language models to the data versus moving the data to the models. Now, this isn't a new service, I guess I could say. Oracle pioneered the concept of multi-cloud starting in 2019 when we announced the Azure Oracle OCI Interconnect. And it really was, it was monumental in the market when Larry and Satya got up on stage and talked about it, and it was really to kind of connect clouds to give our customers the best choice. Since then, we've announced database at services with Azure, with GCP, and most recently with AWS, with 2 regions live, East 1 and West 2, and many more. I think it's up to now 20 more regions planned in the future. So in 5 short years, Oracle has delivered the power of choice to our customers. I can tell you from my perspective, having been here for quite some time, when I can sit down in front of senior executives at my customers and say, where do you want to deploy the Oracle database? You tell me. We're providing you the opportunity to deploy it wherever you like. And for me, especially in the life sciences and the payer space, the opportunity for us to partner with AWS is just absolutely tremendous. Probably the largest market opportunity I've seen in many, many years. Now, trusted for more than 48 years, Oracle Database is synonymous with enterprise software. Now, founded in 1977 as Software Development Laboratories, if you didn't know that, by Larry Ellison, our first customer was the Central Intelligence Agency. So we were founded and born out of the intelligence community with a rich history predicated on security, trust, scale. Most large enterprises today and entities around the world, both government and otherwise, rely on Oracle Database as the trusted data management service for the majority of the world's data today. And over the last decade, many of our customers, most of our customers, have invested tremendous amounts of dollars in other hyperscalers. Now, today, with Oracle Database at AWS and Azure and Google, our customers have the choice to deploy that wherever they want to. It's the best of both worlds, and it's truly one of the best things we've released in, I can't tell you. So, what about some of the benefits? As I talked about, the Oracle database has a reputation second to none and only getting better. Oracle database delivered at AWS is by far the fastest, most performant, most scalable and secure way to deliver your Oracle database. Performance and availability at peak. Maximum performance with purpose-built database infrastructure. Let me be clear, we have deployed our hardware inside of the AWS data centers, which is a unique thing. Minimize latency with local database access directly from the hyperscaler services. No different than calling another database service in AWS console versus calling Oracle's database at AWS service, either our full Exadata cloud service or our autonomous service, which we'll talk a little bit about later. So achieve extreme availability, cut maintenance and downtime, reduce your operational costs by leveraging native cloud service within AWS from Oracle. Reduce complexity. Use fewer database platforms and require less integration. Again, the 26 AI concept of our converged database, being able to handle native vector capabilities, graph, JSON, spatial within one database environment. Simplify management operations. You work directly within the AWS console. No need to punch out to another console. It is directly within the AWS console. And create a standardized set of skill sets for the Oracle database. We see our customers that have unlimited license agreements with us capitalize on this tremendously by having the ability to deploy at scale how they need to. Reduce risks. Security, continually identify and remediate threats, reduce chance of human errors. We deployed the autonomous database to be able to self-secure, self-repair, auto-scale on your own to reduce human intervention, which obviously reduces security risks. And finally, use your choice of AI and analytics. Migrate data to the Oracle database at and securely access your data within the latest Gen AI services and AI capabilities, many new ones which have been announced here at reInvent today. Run the analytics of your choice and create and run DevOps and microservices how you want. Now, just going to drill into a little bit of where we are, the top scenarios that we see. To this day, many of my customers are running Oracle databases natively on IaaS services. Now, again, at the time, great choice. But if you could do it over today, would you make the same choice? In 90% of the conversations I have, the answer is no. There's a maintenance overhead, there's database sprawl, it's costly to maintain. Using the database at services within AWS, up to 99.995 SLAs, fully managed database infrastructure, fully managed autonomous, and we're seeing incredible opportunities for up to 40-to-1 database consolidation given the performant nature of our services deployed within AWS. Second scenario, again, reuniting apps and database in the cloud. I have customers in the healthcare space that have massive data warehouses they have deployed on-prem and want to leverage some of that data to provide customer-facing applications. Performance has never been ideal. Now we have the opportunity to leverage those AWS native services with the Oracle database, removing latency, improving the customer experience, and a consistent collaborative support, as well as net new development opportunities. Finally, building new applications with Oracle database at AWS. Today, a lot of the applications that we see our customers build may not meet performance, availability, or security needs, especially if you're developing applications that require a multitude of databases and data types to support that application. It introduces challenges, multiple skill set requirements, overhead of additional services for AI and analytics, different security paradigms for different databases, post, after, enterprise-grade performance at scale, high availability, security, and a single database that supports all data types, JSON, vector, graph, spatial, unstructured, semi-structured, structured data in a single environment, built-in Gen AI and machine learning capabilities to allow us to bring AI to the data versus the opposite, moving. Again, Oracle database at the best of both worlds. Enterprise-grade data management services, highly available, fully automated, performant, agile, built-in security, combined with the most widely adopted cloud today, leveraging services like EC2, EKS, S3, SageMaker, Bedrock, Amazon Q, or any of the native services that have been announced today. So as we kind of wrap up here in the next 2 or 3 minutes, it's really why Oracle database at AWS. And I can tell you, again, in my 15-year career, it is probably the easiest conversation that I can go have with our customers. I can provide full Oracle capabilities in our purpose-built performance and security on our Exadata XM11 hardware deployed inside of the AWS data centers. I can deploy rack. All of my customers that run rack over the years have been asking, why can't I deploy rack and have the high availability I need inside of AWS? Now we can. It's been a while, but we finally delivered it. Migrate your on-premise workloads easily and quickly. There's another advantage, de-risking projects by migrating workloads directly from Oracle databases on-prem, directly to an Oracle database running in AWS. It's a seamless migration. We're doing these and have many, many customers live in production today already. Second, low latency. I get this question a lot, so I do have to clarify. It runs within the AWS data center to enable latency-sensitive applications to perform at their best. The same connectivity latency for Oracle database at AWS and the first-party AWS services in AWS data centers. No difference. A seamless experience. In order to deliver a service like this, we had to provide a seamless experience for our customers. Provision and deploy directly from the AWS Management Console or API, a collaborative support for supporting the customers in need, and purchasing it directly through the AWS Marketplace. Again, a unique opportunity for us to capitalize on commits already made with AWS, burn down the commercials, leveraging database at services, and unlocking databases today that are often sitting on-prem, get them to the cloud. And then we have native AWS services like zero ETL integration between Oracle database services and AWS analytics services, and a connected enterprise in Oracle database with EC2 and the rest of the services. Now, as I wrap here, it's got 1 minute left. If you want more information about this, it is certainly a huge opportunity for us. We'd love to talk to you. One, we've got a booth over in the corner, happy to answer questions. And two, we have a litany of these opportunities coming across the US in Chicago, Atlanta, Boston, Houston, Austin, Seattle, to come talk to our teams about the opportunity and how we can unlock this for you and your other customers. So with that, I really appreciate everyone's time. I'd be happy to also dive in if anybody has more questions about healthcare specifically versus just the database at AWS service. Oracle has a massive commitment to healthcare. As you know, we are committed to help driving the healthcare ecosystem across it. So I'd be happy to talk more specifics about that if you have any questions. But certainly happy to talk about this incredible service and partnership that we have with AWS if there's anything you'd like. With that, thank you very much. Appreciate your time today.